Hello. Hi. Hey, it's me. Hey, what's up? Got my hair shaved, finally. I mentioned doing this yesterday. I probably mentioned it for the past week and a half, but I finally did it. Alright. I got my dog here, I got my phone here, I got Switch on here, I got chats over here. Just got back from the store like not super long ago, so it's a busy day. Yeah, I'm just playing some games, as you do. That's what you do with the games, man. You play them. Rescue hostages, plant tracking bug on helicopter. Alright, so when I played this game when it was new, relevant, it's always relevant. Rescue hostages, I got that, I understand that. Plant tracking bug on helicopter. So the thing with GoldenEye is that GoldenEye has missions. I can't do it here because I didn't play anything on Secret Agent really. Let's go here. Let's look at this. Bungee jump from platform. Cool. And then you go in there and then you go to Secret Agent and it's neutralize all alarms and then bungee jump from the platform. Then you go to Double O Agent and you got neutralize all alarms, install covert modem, intercept data backup, and then bungee jump from the platform. You have to do more and more and more. Which is cool. But when it says like install covert modem, when you read these things here, if you read them, like sometimes they'll, right here, starting the computer system in the secret ops room within the dam. With this covert modem connected to their satellite link, we can intercept the data when a backup is carried out. They tell you what to do. You just have to read it. I was a kid. I'm not gonna sit there and fucking read that. I loved reading, but like when it came to games and I would see missions like that, I'm like, it just kind of glosses over. Because at the time I knew James Bond, but I'd never seen a James Bond movie, so some of this stuff just didn't really like appeal to me. But it's really cool that it's all there. But anyway, so I'm gonna go into this mission. I think this is one of like when people run into issues speedrunning. I think it's this one and the mission I just did that give people the hardest time. I think at the lowest times possible. I think they speedrun this level specifically, so also. So that's me. That's water. A lot of water. Okay. So got a gun. Press a button, gun goes away, I can chop people. Got this gun too. We got two guns and I got my hand. That's all I have on me. However, the thing that I didn't understand when I was a kid, and you know, sometimes I would BS my way through it because I didn't have a strategy guide, is you press start and you get the cool menu and it's like, do you want to abort your mission? No. You can see your missions, you can see all this, see this. But then you go in here, you got your weapons. But when you go down, you're like, oh, there's a bomb diffuser, and then there's a tracker. And like, I didn't understand that. There's something about the way that like they do the menu. Like I wish when you just like swap through the weapons, like some of that stuff would just have an icon, but it doesn't. You have to go into that menu to pull that stuff out. Which is also good, ultimately, because you don't have, you'll get like one item like that to use. So I guess they don't want you to like just misuse it. Look at that. Do I aim again? Look at this. This looks like it's 3D, but it's definitely just a picture. It's just a 2D picture. This is before bump mapping really existed, I think. Like that was a big Halo thing. I will use the bomb diffuser. I need to. But some of these weapons were so cool. I also, you know, I was understanding the concept, like, you need to have bullets in your gun. I understand magazines or clips or any of that shit. It's good. You would have games back then that would have, like, limited ammo counters, which was always a blast. Because when you try to explain to a kid why they can't shoot, like, infinitely on a helicopter game. Oh, because you gotta worry about your ammo management. It's like, what? You gotta go resupply. The kid didn't play PC games. They would have no clue what the fuck. He's a hostage. He clearly wanted to die anyways. Game's soundtrack is so good. You may go now. May also go now. Guy's like, well, they must have just decided that hostage. They didn't need him anymore. Not really clear where they're running to. Boy. We go photograph the helicopter, what the hell that is. I was like, what was that? Must be bees. That crane feels very unnecessary. It's a Europe. I'm assuming I can just kind of go forward, maybe. Oh, I don't. I think all the hostages are either alive or dead, which is like there are no hostages left. I'm probably wrong though. I'm going to try to leave. Work here is done. Man, they need to put it's never gonna happen. Maybe, you never know. Like one of the old wrestling games. I would even settle for like if they put, I don't know, whatever the WCW games were based on, if they put like the Japanese version. I think that would be easy. I remember sitting here when I was a kid and looking at this game, getting close to the screen to try to make out what these were, because I hadn't seen the movie. Man, what kind of level is that? Oh, what's that down there? Oh, it's got stairs. Sucks shit. Man. It's like, man. I would rather play A Link to the Past or A Link's Awakening just because this is the time. Like anything in this game takes long. It's just so guys, is Majora's Mask? I keep these separate. I always thought it was funny that like when you look for this game, the collector's edition is the super common. It's like if you can find this as like a gray cartridge, I think that's not a special edition. That's like I think they did the same thing with like most of the Zelda games, a gold cartridge or something. So. Cursed videos. I feel like I blocked a lot of channels because I got annoyed of hearing stories about there'd be some weird music in the background, and then somebody would be like, "Perhaps you've heard of Excite Bike 64. Have you heard of Excite Eddie? Eddie was a boy who really wanted Excite Bike. He loved the Nintendo game. And it was his 13th birthday. Finally got Excite Bike 64. That same day, Eddie also got his first dirt bike. He was going to a friend's house to play the game. And when he put the game in, somebody had been outside playing with his dirt bike and ran into him and the console at the same time. The game remained the same. Did it? Eddie passed away tragically. Anytime you find that one specific game, you can hear the announcers, instead of cheering, they say, Eddie's dead. They're all like that. Every single one of those videos is set up like that, and it drives me crazy. Yeah, it sounds interesting. And then you start thinking about it, you're like, just shut the man, fucking dumb YouTube videos. YouTube conspiracy video. Guy in his garage. I'm gonna tell you about the gopher people. Can't remember which button to start these things. Just want to look at its opening. It was cool. Like when you play the game in the long ago times, you look at this and you're like, man, look at this huge open world you can go around. And then like reality is like you cross Hyrule Field in like a minute going anywhere. It's like a minute. It was cool. And the sense of scale, especially because of the fog, is still pretty neat. You know, seeing the time of day change and like seeing like, you know, it's nighttime and you got different monsters that pop up. So really cool. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird how some games like used to seem giant. It's like if you ever go back to your old school that you went to when you were really young, like first grade, go there and you're like, man, I remember this place being huge. You look at it, you're like, man, I spent like 5 years of my life in this building and it's so tiny. Even the hallways, like, that used to seem massive. It's like I could put my arms out and like go. What's happening? Oh no. Oh. Trapped. See, but the secret real older game is not that. It's truly the game of games that only be the game right here. 10 and 10 2 collection. Finally got around to. I always had a grudge against 10. I've got a soft spot for 10 2 despite never playing. Oh man. Remember I had friends that had 10. I had a specific friend who he would do these really dumb things about like, man, I'm gonna get this game and then I'm gonna finish it, and he'd finish a game like Final Fantasy X like 8 times. Like, alright. And he'd complain about it, you know, he'd play like, oh, this kinda sucks right here. But he got the international versions of the game. She would explain like the differences, and he'd play those games multiple times too. I have a problem with 10. And it seems okay, it's just I have a grudge against it. My grudge against 10 is the it's still the fact that I was playing this game and then I had rented GTA 3 the same weekend, and my brother took out, I played the game for like 5 hours straight, and then my brother took out the game, put in GTA 3. Look at that. That is a memory. It's a memory of light waves, man. But yeah. I've always wanted to like go back and give it a third shot. The only Final Fantasy game I finished is 6. How do I get out of here? This is one of those problems, isn't it? I think I have to. Oh shit! I have to go in, close the game, open the game back up to get back to the main. Yes, indeed. Old games, they should do a. They're overdue for a Parasite Eve. I think that's Squaresoft, Square Enix, whatever. Seems like they could do that and then announce another one. The last time I played this, I turned this on when I got it. It was on sale over the holidays. I went in here, I was like, what's Eternal Calm? And then I made the mistake, because it's like a 10-15 minute video that you just have to watch. Ten's alright, I guess, but I've had a grudge against it for that one reason. Like, anytime I go back to the game, like, I remember the opening so well, and I have to get past the first, like, I'm gonna say it's probably the first 10 hours now, to get to a point where I haven't seen stuff. It's a lot. That happens to me with a lot of RPGs, where something happens, usually like a save gets corrupted, or somebody breaks a disc or something, and I'm just like, I gotta replay the first 30 hours, which doesn't necessarily bother me anymore. At this point, I'm just like, I can deal with this. But the only way I've had to play this game has been in emulators. So I wanted to get it on Switch, because at least this way it's on like a device. There's FFX 10. I remember this. I remember hearing it's Final Fantasy X and being numeral 10. Whippersnappers. I mean, 16 came out last year in 2023. Last year. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Yeah, so one of the this fucking one of my problems with it in terms of pacing is like when I go back to it, aside from having that first like bunch of hours burned into my brain, which has happened to a lot of games for me, it is the opening being you do like when you start doing Blitzball. I want to skip past all of that, but I can't, and it drives me crazy. I usually get there and I'm like, maybe I'll try another playthrough another day. I really don't want to do another Blitzball thing. Yeah, well, a lot of guys are into using what I mean. He's a character that somehow with the standard. She's a character that I feel like somehow avoided being overly sexualized. I guess because that's her design. She's got the dress and the huge knockers, so people are like, I don't have to imagine anything, you know, it's right there. But like you have a character like Chun-Li, oh man, when Chun-Li kicks, what if she kicked so hard a penis went in her? Dumb shit like that. Hey, look, even right there, everybody's like, oh man, we're all cold and hanging out by this fire, and Lulu's like, but my boobs. I was just talking about these character designs earlier on how like there's so many weird non-functional bits of clothing on these characters where they have good designs, but especially Edis, this guy with his weird fishnet zipper leg thing with the buckle on the bottom, and he's got like overalls with a hoodie on a halter top. It's so strange to me that this game and GTA 3 came out like right around the same time. That seems like that's a thing that wouldn't happen nowadays. It doesn't really happen nowadays. I think nowadays what you would get is
listen to my story.
People would be like, "Oh, this game's coming out. We'll put our game out a couple weeks later or earlier."
Maybe
Back then,
our
like,
last chance.
Fucking who cares? You're game with the same day. Yep. Again, there's a lot of things in this game that like you remember certain parts. It's like, oh yeah, the opening. This whole thing here, or then everything happens. Again, it's a lot of stuff that like you forget about when you go back and you play the game over again. You're like, oh yeah, that's in here. Happens with a lot of games. 2-3. Let's blitz. My adoring fans. Everybody dresses really shitty and is into underwater basketball.
Can you sign this?
No problem.
I changed my name to LeBron. I'm not changing my name to LeBron.
Alrighty.
Me too!
Take it easy.
I don't think that's the part that they got horribly wrong, because I feel like kids nowadays don't care as much about sports.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll, do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
Ace block in the front row. Fifth from the right.
How can you tell what block is what? You're in a giant underwater sphere. Whatever.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz.
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after.
Maybe tonight? Well,
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
He has so much stuff on his clothing. It's wild. Like so many little like things. No, everybody twerks. I had an old boss that he had a video of him twerking on TikTok, making fun of people twerking on TikTok. But the problem of doing the thing that you're making fun of is that you are also still doing the thing. It's like, then I think he just started doing more dumb videos like that, which it was supposed to be dumb fun. I was like, man, how'd they get you?
I was in a
Nobody.
coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, checked, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking?
I says to myself,
I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night. My dad and I never talked so much.
Sebastian narrated.
Make way, make way! Coming through, sorry. Hey, I'm gonna be late. Hey, let go of me.
It's such a heavy opening. It's such an unnecessarily heavy opening. Like, it's a huge mood change. I think I've been in the car a couple times and people listen to this. Just like, don't know about that, man. This looks so cool, but then it's all math. You can't tonight.
Orin! What are you doing here?
Chilling.
What are you talking about?
He's so annoyed with him. He's like, man, what are you doing? You're supposed to be doing stuff, man. Doing anything. The phrasing of that. It's the delivery of it.
Huh?
It begins.
What?
I just had a flashback to oh man. Back to Kingdom Hearts is on here. They put this on here natively. But Kingdom Hearts is only streaming, which doesn't make any sense. I would have gladly got the Kingdom Hearts collection just to check those out too, because those are also games that I have like a weird grudge against. Some of this stuff is like when people are like, this is the best game of all time, and I go play it and I'm just sitting there just like,
Hey, not this way.
look. It's just because I go in there and I'm expecting it to be the best thing ever, so like, look at the way he's looking. He looks dopey. All of a sudden, this is the worst game. So I'm already being unnecessarily harsh against it too. Yeah, it's a cool soundtrack. I like the 13 soundtrack, but I don't know if I like 13. That soundtrack is really cool. It's all like electronic-y. Sin? I didn't come today. Oh, that's Sin. I remember it was like a Saturday. I rented the game on a Friday night, woke up Saturday morning. What street is that? It was in Tampa. It was definitely in Tampa when I rented the game, but rented that and GTA 3 Friday. I think I went skating that night or something, and then woke up Saturday morning and I was just playing this, and I played it for hours straight.
My old man?
I believe this is before I knew anybody down there. Just got up and played. I was like, I don't have a memory card, but I can still play this. And I had fun with it. And then my brother took the game out. I lost some more progress. It's just like, man.
These ones don't matter. We cut through.
I remember the big change that this had was the bar on the side. The ATB gauge in this game is like, you can see where you're lined up at. So, that was cool.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Better cut a run. It's scary tagging some games is what they are. Like if you play like this, you can get away with like modern shooters or whatever, but if you play a game like this, you're like, I'm gonna tag this as Final Fantasy X instead of just a retro game. You get people that are die-hard Final Fantasy fans, like, oh dude, all you gotta do here is just, if you press this here, then you can skip this entire section. But I don't know what I'm doing yet. No, it doesn't matter. But like, they could be giving you useful advice, but if you're just trying to enjoy the game, it makes it a lot harder. And this is why I don't really stream RPGs. It's part of it. It's that, and it's like, if you want to enjoy the story, sometimes playing on stream, you play them slightly differently. Things hit different. Like, I want to play Secret of Mana, Second and Setsu 3. Problem is, if I do stream them, I know there's those crazy people out there, like, tune in and be like, oh, you're doing this wrong. But, yay. So again, I got this game like close to Christmas. It was on sale. It was on sale for both of whatever the collection is. It's 10 and 10 2, and there's like extra features
What are you laughing at, old man?
for
All right,
20
let's
bucks.
get outta here.
So in my head, I'm thinking like these games, each one of these games for $10, that's a pretty good deal. But I've been too tired to play them, so by the time I get around to loading them, like I don't want to play them on stream. So I'll lay in bed and then put it on, and then like sit there, and then like a minute later, just fucking switch it to me in the head. It's great every single time. Nothing wrong with the game itself. It's just me being too tired to play it. I can play like, you know, action games when I'm tired, but if you play, you know, a story-based game where you have to like read and think, it's a bit much. Damn. No, it's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just that I don't have, you know, it's the timing thing. It's a timing thing, and it's the difference of like when you're streaming things versus playing them solo.
Knock it down.
What?
Trust me.
Yeah. Oh boy. There's a million games that I haven't played much of because I'm just like, I don't think now is the time to play these. Like Hades, I mention Hades all the time. I barely played Hades. I bought it 2 or 3 times, and I hear it's great. And I'm sure I could get into it, but every time I play it, I'm just like, I'm not in the mood for it. So I turn it on and I'm just like, this game is making me tired, or I'm playing it and like I'm supposed to be reading and I'm hearing everything. It's not sticking to my head. No, it's not this. It's not. It's like here. Like I'm going to show you the games. Like Hades right there. That's not happening. This game right here. This is a game I hear is really good. I would like to play this game one day, but every time I turn it on, I'm like, no. It's like when you have people talk about, let's just say, like dating somebody, and you're like, I'm gonna wait for the perfect time to talk to this person, and you wait it, and then you put it off, and you put it off, and like eventually you do, and you're like, well, I could have done this shit a long time ago. There's no perfect moment. Let's see. Axiom Verge 2 is a game that I play, and every time I play, I'm like, I'm having fun with this, but then I just stop playing because I'm like, no, it's not the time. It's a lot. Like, I'm gonna say probably a third of the games I have on here, even Dusk is awesome, but I'm just like, man, it's not the time for this game. Oh man. Well, there's so many games, but you have to consider that like almost all of them are bought on sale, so let's see. Like Skullgirls, much as I complain about Skullgirls, I bought this for like $3 and it has all the main characters in it. Slay the Spire I bought on sale because that's another game I hear is really good. It's another one of those games though, I haven't even turned this on ever. And I bought it because I've seen the reviews are like 10 out of 10. Like, just give the game a chance. And then I might have turned it on once and looked at it and been like, yeah, not now. Not now. And then there's games I play where I'm like, is this a streaming game? Like this right here? Is this a streaming game or a game I want to play alone? And then when I have time to play it alone because I only have so many hours in the day, it's like I won't get around to something like this because I'm like, let's say if I go to work at 6 in the morning, I gotta leave the house at like 5:20, 5:30. Get to work by 6, maybe I work 6 to 6, come home at 7, walk the dog, get back in, and I'm like, well, I have time to play a game. Should I stream it or play it alone? I'm like, well, I don't really have the energy to focus on something like this, so I'll end up turning on a stream and playing like the Cowabunga collection. So, timing, that's all. To me, RPGs always feel like winter or summer games. Like now is probably a good time for these because it's too cold to go outside. Theoretically. And then summer, you're on vacation, so you got all this time to play whatever. I'm not on vacation because I'm not fucking 12 years old. You know, that's how that works in my head. Like every year I'm like, maybe I should take some time off for like a week and just play games. When it happens.
This is it. This is your story.
I have to get swallowed by the sky vagina.
It all begins here.
Hey. Hey!
My old man?
Oh yes. I'm gonna show you the check shot or whatever it's called. It's also burned into my memory. Like weird things in this game, they're just always there. I never finished the game. I never even got that far in the game, but it's just, you know, playing it and be like, man, this game is
I
pretty
thought
cool.
about a
And then
lot of
having to
things.
stop and then restart the game.
Like,
like, I don't want to do it.
where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore. Anybody there? Aaron! Hey!
I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking about I think some voice actors try to match the way that the mouths move on the characters to their voice acting, so it leads to like them saying things really fast sometimes, or just with an awkward delivery. But what if he couldn't swim? What if all he could do is like float in that blitzball stuff and he didn't know how to actually swim? Like, how great would that be of a twist? Remember that was the complaint with Vice City. The GTA Vice City takes place in Miami, virtual Miami. It takes place in Vice City, but the main character cannot swim. Like, there's nothing but water everywhere. It's like, how they added swimming in San Andreas. Yeah. It's a treasure chest. I would love to find one of these in real life, like while I'm out somewhere. Imagine going to like, I don't know, a grocery store and there's like a section that's under construction, but they leave the tape off, and like you walk back there and there's just a treasure chest. You open it up and it's like, why is there a sword in here? Video game stuff. I think Yakuza does it, or theirs is, they have something similar. People like drop handkerchiefs and stuff when you beat them up. While it's just on Switch, like, it shouldn't impress me because it's from like 2002 and it's still impressive. The fact that you can play this on this handheld thing, it's the full game. It's 2 games. There's the Final Fantasy music games, which for some reason, part of the reason I haven't really played a lot of the one on Switch is because I've been thinking one day they're going to put out a controller, a special controller to play that game with. Playing with like a regular controller just feels missing something. Playing it on 3DS was cool. The D-pad just feels analog sticks. It's a bigger fish. It's a life lesson. When you think that you're dealing with a problem, there's actually secretly a bigger problem out there that you don't know of. Die here. I think one of the coolest things about this game, it goes for a lot of the Final Fantasy games, but like coming across new characters that you didn't know in here. I think I've met everybody. I think I have a full party, and all of a sudden, like, you cross another character like, hours later. This is your story, not the fish's story.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer.
Common American saying.
I thought I was gonna die in this place.
This outfit, man. It's got everything going on. It's got a really cool, striking visual design, but like nothing makes any sense. What? Man. Future clothes. Like when people talk about the Matrix, I'm like, man, how is it possible that like there's like not a single tailor in the Matrix times? Everybody has like really baggy, loose clothing. You'd assume that somebody would have free time in the Matrix to like make Keanu Reeves' clothes fit better. They're all too busy getting high and bending spoons. This game must take place right now.
Fire.
This is happening at the Dolphins game tonight. This is one of those songs I would have tried to listen to and figure out on clarinet, like a complete savage. And then start playing and someone's like, what is that? You need like a full orchestra if you played on one of those instruments. I'm about to get high, potion. Just a second. Whoops, mic's off. There we go. Okay. How's that? I started playing Final Fantasy VII also, as well. I couldn't tell what that was. It's like, wait, what? Rocks? Purple rocks? Magic purple rocks? Just a second. I'm still here. I still have my mic on too.
I need food. What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Damn. They showed up to call him a bitch.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood. Give me a break!
Okay. I'm here-ish. I'm sorry. I'm attempting to have a succulent meal right now. It's just fries and nuggets. It's whatever. Whoops. I did the right thing. Okay. Were they the Albed?
You on my side? Cool!
So fucking stupid. All right, sweet, you're here too. Man, if I was getting in a fight with somebody else just showed up and stood beside me, like, all right, cool, you're here. I don't know. Seems like an inappropriate reaction. So confusing. It's a woman. Which I could tell before. I've never seen one of those before.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go!
Fredek Drak!
Vin, Irisa, Tekika!
Bak Edeku! Kemed?
Fed! Srivadak Risa!
Ralmia, Drakisha Tate.
Ifan Petit! Fapuneket Fedrik! Kuno.
Really do enjoy the way that they do the learning language thing in this. Like, oh yeah, these people speak a different language. That's how shit works in real life. It's kind of slowly discovered. No Man's Sky does a top of that. The mechanic. Sorry, I'm sorry to be a hate. I like the idea of the way they do it in Tomb Raider, but I feel like the fact that it's like you touch 3 rocks and you're like, I know Arabic. What? And you go touch like 3 other rocks, you're like, I'm fluent in whatever this like Norse language is.
Hey, that hurts!
Usujek, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Canis!
Right, whatever.
Tui Hud Kabeg?
Must be American. Piece of shit.
I said I don't understand.
Akumala!
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Sujait!
Oh, almost forgot.
Oh, the sphere grid. I forgot to tell you about this. The sphere grid. I heard this guy on this podcast talking about this recently, where he was like, he said his wife was getting back into Final Fantasy X, and he's like, man, what didn't I like about that? Then she got to the sphere grid. He was, yeah, something about the way that it's like arranged. Like a lot of games have these very complicated trees. It starts off fine, but if you're like, I want to increase my sword power, you end up having to like kind of like zoom out as much as you can and things to see things. You're like, this is the way I need to go. Like you mess up once, you're like, oh. But again, for me, nowadays, I don't care. I don't mean I don't care in the sense that like I'm just gonna mash buttons. I mean like if I mess something up, it used to drive me crazy where I'm like, I need to get the best whatever. Nowadays I'm just like, whatever. Let's make what I can get work. Yep. There's a button in the bottom corner that said skip. Judge Dredd, skip it. It's the fact that like you have to go in these like arbitrary ways, like I gotta go over here and then over this way and then around here. It made this system so complicated.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
Man doesn't need oxygen. It's good. This is not the same kind of water. I assume that, like, you know, playing blitzball here, it's like a different thing. I'm good. Let's breathe forever. Colonel, what is Metal Gear? Metal Gear? Don't know anything. Colonel, what aren't you telling me? Ah, Colonel. Attacking some fish. How is... I feel like her people know about technology. Like, we're just gonna let this fucking piece of shit just punch this computer. Absolutely not. It seems like it's getting results. Just a sec. would like to see this game somehow use like all that RGB stuff, like the weird like behind the TV lighting, like something like that. And forgot about this tunic was almost done. Hey, you did your best effort. Stand by. Yep. Man, it's very hard to figure out who you're throwing these things to when you look at this stuff. Oh, I got a grenade. I feel like I'm an idiot now. A while ago. Actually, do. I mean, the last thing I would expect to get off of the octopus thing is a grenade. Like, very cold in some parts of the country right now. Just in case you didn't know. Oh, the fuck I'm trying. Very hard to tell from over. Shut down. Everything is running super slow. Oh, I keep this is not related to this game. It's just a random thought.
Futra airship.
Airship. Neckard. Nick, I'm getting neckard on the airship.
Hoof, rooftu, tungadib. Way, Wichita.
Hey! Hey, I helped out, didn't I? Hungry. Whoa! Right on.
Hey! It's because you eat too fast.
Having such a good time. Not having any idea of where he is.
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Woo-hoo-hoo!
It's anime noises.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
We didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were
Anime noises.
We?
Oh, we means you.
Who are you guys anyway?
We're Al Bhed. Can't you tell?
You dumbass.
Wait,
Total
You're not
idiot,
an Al
you
Bhed
piece of
hater, are
shit.
you?
I don't even know what an Al Bhed is.
Where are you from?
Get the shit out of your
Xanarkin.
ears.
I'm a blitzball player. Star player of the Xanarkin Abes.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkin. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when Sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays Blitzball there.
Huh? What do you mean, 1,000 years ago? But I saw Sin attack Xanarkin. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way!
Did we? Yeah, that cutscene was right at that limit.
You said... You play Blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Huh.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh. And one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yep. Bum, bum.
Why Xanarkand? Some kind of holy place? Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place, that I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future? No way! Whoa, whoa!
Was that his reaction to turn around and just kick that metal thing?
Shin! Sine Busa! Etonic! Etonic!
Whoa! Wow!
Go again. Save current game. That feels like a big you get up and go change the disc in my PlayStation moment. It's not. That used to be really exciting, playing an RPG or something that has multiple discs and be like, man, I have to put the other disc in, and it's waiting for that moment. And being nervous, thinking you're gonna like mess the game up or something.
Riku! Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Hey!
This. Oh, just another look, I guess. If he told me this is 2002, this is like 3 years after Sonic Adventure, 2 years after Sonic. Let's say 2. Let's say, you know, count development times. Let's say this starts development in 2001. Like this water, Sonic Adventure looks really cool. Water looks way better than stuff in Sonic Adventure. But then again, this is the HD remaster, but I feel like this is pretty accurate. Probably has like another like layer on top of it. Impressive. See, that is the thing about technology back then. PS5 Pro was announced, which is great, whatever. But the thing is like, you would see such a big change in quality from like you know, going, you know, Super Nintendo to like the N64. It's 3D. You know, even like PS1 and PS2, like you think like that's just another 3D game. Like these games look so much better than PS2 games. Then when you got to the 3, like there was a, you know, it was a change, but as time went on, you know, it was a big change. It wasn't as like, I guess the early 360 games are really expensive. But like PS3 to PS4 or 360 to Xbox One, it's kind of like stand out as much. PS5 Pro out there that's gonna look like radically different. You don't want to, like, we support 8K. Where are you gonna get an 8K TV at? And then the performance is gonna be so bad too.
Try that move. One more time.
Finally, things were starting to look up.
You know amateur. Who you play for?
The Xanarkanabes.
What team you say again?
I meant, forget that. I got too, close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So, I don't know where this place is, or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon. All right, back to practice. I'm Waka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Xanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the Machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the Machina cities. And Zanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
I wonder if that's in the Japanese
just as
version,
Riku
that
said.
specific line.
Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying.
I guess so.
Why would they?
Like, the concept of sins are exclusive to, like...
But you from the
Christianity.
Zanarkand Daves, that was a good one, huh?
This feels like a very
I'm not saying
American
that
line.
team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that.
What the hell was that? Controller just went off.
Be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better, maybe.
Alright, well, it is break time for now. Hang out with the pup for a bit. I will see you later. Peace.